Welcome to another episode of Arkansas Basketball Recap. Where the Hogs go on the road, true road test, hostile environment, one of the better environments in college basketball, and fall to the Michigan State Spartans by a score of 66 to 69. Um, had chances, had chances at the end. Yeah, you had a number of looks. You couldn't get them to go down. There's some mistakes. The big thing is sort of in the middle part of the second half, you got down, and it ended up just kind of, you know, not that they didn't get down a lot, but you wanted that thing to be like tighter. You didn't want to have to come back at all on the road. It's hard to do, and they did a good job of fighting, and that could have snowballed, and we could have lost it. I mean, we could have. There's a version where you lose this game by 12 that could have happened, no doubt. They didn't let that happen. I mean, it came down to the wire, but in the end, didn't make enough shots. Pringle was the only guy that could guard their big man, and he couldn't play the whole game. When Pringle wasn't in there, that guy ate. And we had some defensive lapses, not like effort things necessarily, just miscommunications on some kind of pick and roll or pin downs and that kind of stuff, where you saw just guys move, not follow the right spot. Two guys end up on the same guy, that kind of stuff. Like I said, not like effort things as much as just didn't do the right thing. Carter Knox plays, and I don't know, was terrible in this game. I mean, maybe he's dinged up and still or something, but he was a complete non-factor. I mean, well, negative in this game. Honestly, he couldn't do anything. Um, DJ played better, shot better, and Trevor in Brazil struggled, but I liked the way he played. Like he struggled, like it was physical, and he struggled, but he was still very aggressive and stuff, which I'm not worried about him. But those are kind of the opening thoughts, Jake. I kind of wish Malik Thomas, when he got that ball back, would just shot it again.
Well, I'll say, me, I'm going to be pessimistic. I mean, I think there's ways to lose this game where you don't feel terribly concerned, but this wasn't one of them. I am concerned. I'm concerned that we just out athleted all those other teams. And yeah, I mean, you get good looks when your guys are driving all the way to the basket and kicking it out to you. Um, they didn't get any good looks and they didn't run a good offense. It looked messy and cluttered, a lot like last year. It
Mm-mm.
looked like Cal was trying to get them to do that free flowing offense thing, but I mean, I'll say based on this game right here, Tom Izzo kicked Cal's ass in coaching. I mean, from timeout selection to play calls to apparent film prep, his guys looked like they knew exactly what they wanted to take care of. They looked like exactly they knew where to put their body to make someone, force every particular player to their weak spot. And it looked like our guys walked in there and thought they were going to beat those guys without, I don't know if they watched any film on any of those guys, but they let these guys backdoor them. They got caught on. I mean, if I'm Michigan State, I feel good about winning this game because I think, just looking at it, I think Arkansas has the better players. But I feel good because it's like, hey, if you don't have the best players, you have to beat them in other ways, like with effort, scheme, and strategy. And they did that. And it's like, hey, if we can beat these guys, especially because they probably should have beat us by 15. I mean, they didn't shoot that well, Michigan State. We didn't. I mean, there was opportunity. If we hadn't just made mistakes, I mean, dude, like we gave them 12 points on absolute brain dead eighth grade girl inbounds play type mistakes. Like you can't be on that side of the ball when the guy inbounder's right there. It's like, oh, why cut that off? It's like, oh, but then they have a clear shot to lob it over. It's like, yeah, but then you're between them and the basket. Like, what have you ever been coached before? Like, you can't let somebody receive the ball with you. Their rear end is in your stomach and they're facing the basket. Like, that's insane. And then also just like they literally ran a stack and just ran a guy a loop around and nobody communicated. A guy just catches the ball and for a dunk. And also, dude, we looked like the ball watchingest bunch of morons out there. I mean, there were so many times where the defense on the ball was good and even like around the ball, but the guy that's furthest from the ball is just like watching, like, oh, are they going to get it? Are they going to get it? And then his man is cutting, and the guy's like falling down and about to turn the ball over. And he's like, oh, what do you know? There's a guy streaming towards the basket that I can just on one leg go, ugh, and there's 2 points. And that happened a bunch of times where it was like we were ball watching. It's like you're watching the ball, like, oh, is he going to get a steal? No, your guy just back cuts you to the, like, one of the most athletic players on the floor just ran right past you and and they didn't box out. There was multiple times where they let a guy just, I mean, it was Billy Richmond, just let a guy just run right past him and get a putback layup. It's like, those are mistakes that I mean, on top of the fact that you're not getting any good looks. I mean, and I don't know what was going on with the offense. Like, I mean, they just passed the ball around the perimeter, set a screen, didn't use it. Like, there was very little of our downhill penetration. I don't understand what they were doing most of that game. And honestly, I kind of wish I would have rather them got their asses kicked, because they deserve to get their asses kicked with the way that they played. And I mean, because they were making stupid mistakes. It wasn't effort. Their effort was pretty good. But I mean, dude, even there at the end, I mean, Malik Thomas, he's got to learn, like, get your feet set. He half the threes he takes, and I know, like, it's like, hey, I've made these shots before. It's like, dude, I want somebody to take him and go, yes, you make 17% no matter what you're doing, falling down on one leg, backwards, like, you're a great shooter. So you see those balls go in at a high clip, but that's not a good percentage shot. You don't shoot one-legged, just catch it and chuck it up there at 40%. You do shoot 40% with your feet set. And there at the end, like, he could have dribbled one more time. He took a bad, that three was, I mean, you knew that wasn't even close. I mean, it wasn't even close, that last three. And then he catches it, has an opportunity. First off, he did that again. He shot it, and then he was backing up. What are you going to do backing up? There's 4 seconds on the clock. What are you going to do way the hell back there? You should be running in after your rebound, first off. But 2, you should at least be, just in case someone does get a rebound, available. And now, thankfully, he somehow got the ball back. But because he was moving away, now he's further than he needs to be. If he had shot that and been moving towards the basket, he would have been in a great position to catch it, take one step back and hit that. Instead, he's got to catch it. And then he's like, I'm not sure what he's doing. By the way, he should have just shot it again. There's 4 seconds on the clock. We're down by 3. Shoot the ball. Like, you just shot it. Shoot it again. And instead, he makes a terrible decision, drives in, throws a weird thing up that doesn't make any sense. I mean, to me, these are, now, you expect it. These guys are freshmen, but and if you just look at their raw numbers, it still looks pretty good for freshmen, but they got exposed for being immature, not being able, they couldn't stand up to the pressure. They didn't play defense away from the ball very well. I mean, dude, if they got another screen and roll dunk, I was going to kill myself.
The only time that didn't happen was when Pringle was in there. You just thought we just lost to University of San Antonio, El Paso by 40.
Well, no, this is what I'm saying is, if those guys play, I mean, it's a mere, I don't understand how that was a 1-point game.
Okay.
Like, they played, don't you think Michigan State?
Let me play devil's advocate, because I will say, like
Brazil was terrible. Like,
listen,
dude,
man, I thought Brazil's effort was pretty good. I thought he was like trying to get it, like I thought he was like trying, he wasn't doing well, but like
his effort was okay, but his offensive intelligence was bad again.
Yeah, but his motor,
what he learned today,
his motor didn't shut down like it did where it hasn't. Like, he didn't just like hang out on the perimeter like he has in the past.
But he also was making stupid defensive plays. Like, why are you, like, you're freaking 7 foot whatever with your arms in the air? Why are you trying to constantly jab at that ball from behind the guy so that when he catches it and you're completely out of position to play straight up? Play straight up, and then let that guy throw that hook shot up and high point it, or at least try to. And if he makes an 8 foot over the shoulder hook shot with you up there at the apex trying to swat it, then you have to like shake his hand, but don't give him a dunk because you're trying to go for a ball from behind him. I don't know. And the main thing I think we learned is Brazil ain't no dribble driver against against good competition. Like he never once through that. Like, well, no, one time he managed to like score off of that, but like every time, it wasn't just that he didn't score. It looked like dog crap when he threw that head fake and started to dribble in there. It's like, yeah, those guys aren't gonna like they're gonna collapse. You might be able to do that against Southern athletes, but I would recommend him not dribble drive from the 3-point lane at the elbow into the paint where there's three defenders.
All right, let me be good cop now.
Why is Cal using all his timeouts? You might need timeouts at the end of the game.
Well,
Tom Izzo had 3 of them.
well, the things were going his way. Even a coach's challenge that I thought was at the one that he won. I thought there wasn't enough evidence to overturn the call on the floor. That's what I think, and they got 2 points off of it.
Yeah, but we also had to have them
I
miss
thought
4 free throws in the last minute to even have a chance at that game.
Yeah, I still thought that I couldn't believe they overturned that. Not that it was like super clear or anything. That's the whole point. Is I didn't think it was clear at all, and so whatever. If they had done that again, I would have lost my mind too. Like like what is that? Um, did you like the way Nick Pringle played? I thought Pringle played good.
Yeah, I thought he played pretty good. I thought he's too much ball watching too. He needs to pay attention on
But that dude posting up on Pringle was different than him posting up on anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I need to rewatch it. I didn't think that guy hurt us that bad. I mean, he was all right, but like the reason we got hurt is because those guys, we would play good defense for 24 seconds and then let that guard throw a dime to somebody and flush it. I mean, did you see the points in the paint? Do you have the stats up right there?
Yeah, I don't have the points I don't have it broke down with points in the paint, but
Dude, they had twice as many points in the paint as we did at halftime.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
not good.
Well,
Why are we not driving?
Well, it's not that we weren't driving. I think we were trying to drive. I mean, okay,
Right. But the offensive scheme was bad.
but you got to know like who you're playing. Like Michigan's offense is like trying to get the ball down, and like they do like traditional post ups and stuff, which like obviously we don't do a lot of that, and maybe we should. But if Michigan doesn't beat you in points in the paint, they have no chance of win at Michigan State. That's just Tom Izzo. Like he's got to win the points in the paint battle by a lot, or he don't win. The Okay, I also thought DJ Wagner played pretty well. Um, like the ball went in. I thought he like scored at times.
they all played okay but like the thing is like I think you could tell they were better than those guys. Those guys just played a lot smarter and more disciplined than we did.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. Here's the thing. Uh, you have 2 freshmen that are like a big part of what you're doing, and I think that at times they look like freshmen, like really talented freshmen. Because I mean, like Malik Thomas did some good things. I mean, he has 6 rebounds again. He missed that shot, shoots it again, that was a huge shot. I mean, that's like a I would have never shot that. Makes it. Um, but I thought there was at times they looked like freshmen, and that's gonna happen. That'll get better as the season goes on. You would think as they play more. How many games do you think Michigan State lost at home last year?
Well, I know they've only lost one opener at home ever in their history.
Yeah, they lost 1 game at home last year, like the whole season. So I'm not saying that I thought we played great because I don't. Um, but what I would say is that to lose at Michigan State by 3 is but like is and to feel like you didn't play well is like sort of like shocking because it says that when you play well, I think that you can beat anyone anywhere. But you can play not great and be on the court with a team that was one of the best rebounding teams in the country last year that lost 1 game at home all of last year. Like, I think that you can, like, I really wanted to win this game. I thought that we had a good shot at winning this game. But this isn't the same as like the other tough games on our schedule that are at neutral floors. This is your freshman. This is your first true on the road, 15,000 people going nuts. A team against a team that doesn't lose at home, and you had a chance, and you didn't play well. Uh, so in that sense, I think that like there's a lot there for Cal to work with, for him to like look at that tape and be like, okay, if we can play a little better, I mean, we could win that. We could have won that game like easily if we had just played. If we had played, if we had that, I mean, if you just don't have that lull in the kind of the middle third of the third quarter, you probably win that game. But and still, you wouldn't have played great. So I don't know. Like I still think that like the roster is really good. I don't. They didn't play well. Like they sort of didn't pass the first road test, but I don't think it's like the end of the world. Like
No, I don't think it is either, but I will say,
it is hard to win a game at Michigan State. That's a very difficult thing to do.
yeah, but I mean, I'm concerned, and the reason I'm concerned is,
You think we win that game if it's at home? I
yeah,
do.
maybe, yeah.
I mean, I think home makes a 3 point difference. I think Las Vegas says that home makes an exactly a 3 point difference.
Yeah, the reason I'm concerned is because I was having flashbacks to last year in SEC play on the road. And I think that there's a chance that if they don't do something, if they don't get better, if they play like, I mean, if this is and like I said, it's early on, but I'm just putting up
The freshmen will get better.
yeah, but okay, this is what I was going to say. It's
And
it's it's bad news that the freshmen.
Knox isn't gonna do that every game.
Well, maybe not, but also maybe what if he like he's already got a toe injury? This is what I'm saying is this team. I'm raising the alarm bell, not to say like, oh no, we are in big trouble, but to say throw everything before this game out because there was no competition before this. I mean, I know that Memphis played good for 12 minutes, but we didn't play anybody before this, and it's actually a warning sign that your freshmen made a lot of mistakes, but were still your best players. What happened to your guys that are supposed to be the guys that have handled this? You got a fifth-year senior in Brazil who can't stay on the floor and is creating stupid fouls literally 100 feet from the basket. And it's like for no reason. And you got Knox that can't pick up the ball off the floor for some reason. Maybe he's hurt. Billy Richmond didn't play that well. He played okay, but he got beat. He on a couple of like said spacing out, letting his guy get by him. He took some bad threes where I mean some of them were bad.
I just think that like I agree with all the stuff you're bringing up. This is the reason like I think I'm less worried than you. I think that like all the things that you're putting forward that they didn't play, that they say, hey, these are the problem areas, which I agree with, like particularly which is why I started by saying like it wasn't an effort thing, but there was like miscues on defense. Like you weren't doing the right thing. Like you were putting in an effort, but it wasn't in the right spot. They're all supremely fixable. Like you can fix all of that, like all of those things. You could make more shots, and you will you'll have. I mean, that's just like a game to game thing. But all those defensive stuff, you're going to be able to pull the tape up, and you're going to be able to like that's all really fixable stuff. It's not just
yeah, but it's still. I mean, of course, everything's fixable, but
not everything.
No, but it's bad news when like eighth grade inbound plays are getting
Yeah.
run on you and guys are like that's not good news, especially when like you're supposed to be bringing back veterans.
It's not good news, but again, you lost by 3 at Michigan State, and I think that most of the reasons you lost are fixable. Like, and well, I think like quickly fixable. If these guys are coachable at all, which I assume they are, they seem like they probably are. I mean, I think you can be like, okay, here's 7 plays I'm going to show you. This is what you did that you can't do. and I think you can fix it because like you don't have an athlete's problem. You don't have like there's things that aren't fixable, like, hey, we're just kind of small, or we're just kind of slow, or we can't shoot, or whatever. Those are hard problems to fix. Like, hey, this was the wrong decision here. That is fixable.
The thing that concerns me is um, I don't think Michigan State's personnel wise is better than a lot of SEC teams,
No, no,
and
no.
I
But
think we're going to play hostile environments with better athletes or as good to better athletes than that. And if you can't keep a team that's not hitting any three pointers and not shooting any three pointers really, and all they're doing is pick and roll and alley oops and back and handing the ball to a slow big white guy who's just doing dribble pivot, head fake pivot up and under, like, and you literally like it's everything that you can do energy wise to keep them from like holding one possession without scoring. I mean, it felt like a miracle if they didn't score on a possession. And I think you're going to be in trouble when you get with an SEC team that has a couple of big men down there that you're trying to keep the ball out of, and then but they're kicking it out to a bunch of guys that are thirsty for shooting. By the way, I'm describing Kentucky. Like, I think, dude, Michigan State didn't even try to hit threes.
no,
like
no, it's not. That's not what they do.
I know,
Um,
but what I'm saying is, how can you have such a hard time defending a team that it's not like they're spreading the ball out and like firing it up? It's like, oh my gosh, every time we run out and then they dump it down to this guy. It's like they were scoring in the paint all the time. So like what I'm saying is you're going to go up against the team. I'm concerned about the defense. That made me, I didn't like the way the defense looked. It looked like we had a bunch of athletes that didn't know, that weren't smart. That's what it looked like to me. And it looked like a bunch of smart guys that were just like getting whatever they wanted, and they were scoring layups and dunks.
yeah,
I didn't like that.
yeah, no, they definitely look like Michigan State is a
Dude, there's
lot
ways
less
to lose
freshmen.
where a team just shoots. I mean, you know this. Like, dude, there's sometimes guys just freaking shoot, and you're like, I mean, I can't foul him. I'm not allowed to like
I,
be any
I actually,
closer to him than this.
I
I
actually,
don't like when guys are getting dunks, and I'm talking about constantly layups and dunks.
dude,
Like,
I actually think if Acuff doesn't foul that shooter,
that
that
was
three,
another bonehead. Why did he jump? I mean, one
dude,
second, the guy's 40 feet from the basket.
I actually think we win the game if you don't do that.
Yeah.
But and that's what I mean. It's just like, um, you didn't lose to unranked, um, I don't know, pick an SEC team, but unranked. Or whatever, Up, I think you hit your mute button. No, I still can't hear you.
Hello?
There you go.
No, I mean, yeah, I get it. Michigan State's not like they're a good team. But what I'm saying is, it depends on what your expectations are. If your
Yeah,
expectations are to be one of the top five teams in the SEC, that didn't look good to me. That looked like a team that you suffer one injury with Knox or Brazil or like Pringle or Ewing, you're going to have trouble. These guys don't play smart enough defense. Those guys, Brazil and Pringle and Ewing, are going to be in foul trouble every game. Now, one, because Pringle, I think, because he's going to be playing against the big guy and banging, he's just going to get foul down there. Brazil, because he doesn't play smart defense with his body position. And Ewing takes some chances. Those guys have been in foul trouble every game. What I'm saying is, you suffer an injury to one of those guys for any length of time, and then you put these guys on the road. And if you guys are going to play like that, I'm saying what I'm saying is, before this game, you're like, are we one of the best teams in the SEC? And what I'm here to say is, I'm not saying you're not, but I'm saying you might want to get that out of your head, because I could see this version of this team losing a lot of games on the road, like close games. They're going to be in games. But
yeah.
remember, do you remember last year? Like, we lost a lot of close games on the road, and that looked similar to me. Like, it looked like the offense didn't know what to do. It was bogged down. They started getting desperate and making bad shots. And the fact, like I said, the fact that they were so close the whole game, I think, is indicative of how athletic those guys are, and the fact that they are still able to get some steals in the open court and get runouts. And I mean, of course, Malik's gonna get a couple of threes up. So the fact that was that close was kind of surprising, as clunky as that
Yeah,
offense
that's what I
was
mean.
running.
I think when they play well, they're like extremely difficult to beat. Like I did, and they
The
didn't
thing that
play
makes
very
me,
well.
it's just like the fact that that
I
game
mean,
is
I mean,
close,
you,
but
I
they
mean, you
didn't.
just brought up Kentucky, before their first game against whoever, uh, some joker, like lost a home game to unranked Georgetown. Like it happens, and
That would make me feel worse. Definitely, that would make me feel worse.
yeah, yeah. And you're like, yeah, you lost by 3 at Michigan State. I mean, like, and you didn't play well. Like, I'm not arguing with you that they played well. They did not play well. And they lost by 3 on the road at a top 25 team, top 10 hardest place to play in the country. Yeah, I just think that. I mean, I didn't see anything that I just didn't think. Like I saw freshman mistakes, and I saw, um, no, yeah,
I think I would rather get beat by 10 with a team that just outplays you
yeah,
than lose by 3 when you most of the mistakes you made were just completely you not paying attention mistakes.
yeah. I think Michigan State is better than most teams in the SEC.
You
Not
think?
not not the top 6, but they're better than the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe to me, I'm just like, I don't understand why it was so hard to guard that pick and roll with those two big
No, I
white
get it. I get
dudes.
it. I get it. I get it.
Because I mean, there's going to be more athletic. I mean, I know I'm not saying those guys are bad.
It's Michigan State, dude. It's not like they don't have athletes.
No, but those two white guys aren't that athletic.
I
They're
mean,
just like
but
big.
yeah, but like that footwork is good.
I mean, I guess I know that guy's good. It's just the
I
way
feel like you're really like casting a lot of like I think that guy's better than you're giving him credit for.
I want to defend him.
Dude,
He
I
he
don't,
just he
dude, he's
just
gonna he's
pivot. He
gonna
just
he's gonna cook you.
no, I know. I'm just saying, but to me, it didn't look that like it looked like he catches the ball and he does a back dribble and then he pivots a bunch. Like
Dude,
and
that dude was pivoting and head faking until he got you to move. And if he didn't, he just kicked it back out. He was like extraordinarily patient. I'm trying to think. Let me look at it. Like, what did he have? Uh, yeah, he had 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. The other guy, 9 points. Um, they had 19 combined. Um, I mean, nobody like went off. I mean, like Cam Ward, who came off the bench, had 18. That was their leading scorer.
I'll just say I didn't
Yeah.
like it. I thought
I mean,
Calipari got
Malik Thomas, dude. Malik Thomas had 16 points, 6 rebounds again. You know, it's all right. I mean, he didn't shoot the ball great. Um, he was 5 of 15. That's not great. So he shot, I mean, 33%. I mean, it's not like, I mean, he was only two. I mean, this is the thing, dude. Lee Thomas was 2 and 9 from three. I don't think he's going to do that very often.
I think he is. I think he's going to do that a lot if he's going to take those kind of shots. Because
Well,
you know what, the ones that he made, I
well,
knew
the
he was
reason
going
I
to
don't
make.
think he's going to
Because
do it,
the ones that he made were good shots.
well, the
That's
reason I,
he made two. He was 100%, dude. That dude was 100% with makeable shots, and he was 0 for 6 for shots that you shouldn't take and are
well,
bad shots.
I just don't think he's going to do that because I don't think he. Are you telling me? I mean, I'll bet you money right now. Um, so 2 of 9. What is that? That's 20. What's that, like 22%? I'll bet you money right now that Malik Thomas doesn't finish the year at 22% 3-point shooter.
No, I mean, I don't think he will either, but he will if he takes those if he
Like,
takes that
there's
if he
just
takes those shots,
there's
he will.
there's no chance that happens because he's a
Yeah.
career 40% 3-point shooter. It's just like it's not going to happen.
Also, I did like another play that really bugged me was Acuff. I mean, I think it was like 45 seconds to go, and we were down by 3 or whatever. The guy just missed a free throw, and he just line drived into 3 guys and threw up and under over one of those big white guys,
Yeah.
just like up and like a crazy shot, like just begging for a foul or to make some kind of circus shot. And it's like, I guess give Wagner the ball. We need a veteran. Like, what is that? That like really we played really, really poorly in the last minute.
Dude,
And it would have been nice to have some timeouts,
yeah.
and it would have been nice to
It'd be nice to
it.
have Carter Knox. Like, I mean, I need like I don't. I mean, maybe
Well,
he's
and
hurt.
like I said,
And if he's hurt, like I'm not. I don't want to like.
dude, none of those shots in the last couple of seconds that were, like, oh, can we make overtime? If Michigan State's hit free throws, we don't have any of that. They missed 3 free throws in the last minute.
Well, I mean, if we could make some free throws too, that would help. I mean, we didn't shoot from the free throw line great. We were. I mean, it was 15 to 23. That's not really good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was partially the guys that went to the line.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen if you constantly have Pringle, Ewing, and Brazil at the line. Although I know Ewing shoots pretty good from the free throw line, but
Dude,
it was unfortunate that it was
listen,
mostly Pringle and
listen to this crazy stat line from Carter Knox. And look, man, if you're hurt and you're trying to get it to go and you're gutting it out, like I mean, I'm not trying to hate here.
but also
hurt.
pull the ball out. You don't have to try to Euro step around two defenders that are in perfect position
Yeah.
a couple of times in a row. You know what I mean? If you're injured.
So here's Carter Knox's stat line. No points. He did not score. That's great, and which is kind of crazy. Um, no points. Okay. 4 rebounds, which is not bad considering. I mean, he didn't play that much.
No.
Uh, so
I'm
four.
surprised. I mean, 4 rebounds is a lot, I think, for the
Yeah,
minutes he played.
yeah. 4 rebounds, 4 assists. That's a lot of it. That's a lot of assists for the minute. I don't have the minute. Let's see if I refresh this. If I can get the oh, there we go. He played 18 minutes. That's a little bit more than I thought, but 4 rebounds, 4 assists, uh, and 4 turnovers. Just like it's just a wild stat line. And here's the thing, because like a lot of those shots didn't count as shots. They were just like, it looked like he was trying to get a shot, but it wasn't actually an attempt because it was like, he threw the ball out of bounds or got it stolen or whatever. Uh, his field goal percentage, like, he took 1 shot the whole game in 18 minutes. I like, so again, if he's hurt, like, don't worry about it, bro. Like, but that's the other part of it is like, if you just said it at the beginning of the year before we played a single game, like, who's going to be our best player? I've been like, well, I think everyone thinks it's going to be Carter Knox. I mean, like, and he was like, he didn't even play in this game. I mean, he played, but like, I mean, you know, he's got to get healthy and right. And I mean, he's not going to do that. I wouldn't think, right? And this is a guy that's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to go with the first round of the NBA draft next year. I don't think he's going to do that. So there's things like that. Yeah. I mean, so Pringle's minutes went. I mean, he had 28 minutes to Ewing's 15. I think that was just because defensively, he was going to play Pringle as much as he possibly could this game. I think. Um, he had 7 rebounds. I mean, dude, again, the second leading rebounder was Malik Thomas again. He had 6 rebounds. Uh, we did lose the rebounding battle, which that did hurt. Which, by the way, basically everyone does to Michigan State, but like that's their thing. It's points in the paint. Like Nolan Richardson told Tom Izzo way back in the day that his best offense was a missed shot. It's a direct quote. Which by the way makes me respect Tom Izzo. Like, so Tom Izzo's guys offensive rebound. They offensive rebound like crazy. They always have.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
always liked Tom Izzo. I
yeah,
like Michigan State as a program. Just as a college basketball fan, I like the way they run the program. I mean, I think their mascot's cool. I think that's a cool logo.
yeah,
I always rooted for Michigan State over Michigan. I never really liked. I
yeah,
never liked the blue blood like Michigan football, just because Ohio State, Michigan. I always went for Michigan State
yeah,
just because they were like the little brother to
yeah,
Michigan.
yeah. Yeah.
But
So we lost the rebounding battle 33 to 45. Like, so it's 12, and that's not great. I mean, turnovers. I mean, we turned the ball over a lot in the first half. I think we had 10 in the first half. I think we only had 4 in the second half. We finished with 14 turnovers. Um, Michigan State turned it over 14 times. So like, you're dead even on that. Assists, they had 18 assists. We had 16 assists. We had 11 steals. They only had seven. What this really, this game really comes down to you got you got beat on rebounding, and a lot of that was offensive rebounding, which resulted in them beating you up in points in the paint. Michigan State shoots. Um, let's see, 3 point. Dude, Michigan State shot 1 of 14 from three.
That's actually a stat that really makes me nervous
We
because,
we shot 7 of 28, which is also not good, but it's a lot better than 1 of 14.
well, it makes me nervous just because of how can a team not be really taking many threes and not making any threes,
Dude, they shot
and you're
set.
still can't stop them. Like you can't sag down and stop
Yeah,
them from pounding you in the paint.
we
I don't
we
know.
shot 25% from three, which is not. You want that to be around 35, 36% as a team. So like that's not good. But they shot 7%, and that's why it's a 3 point game. It wasn't, again, it's not like you shot the three great. You didn't. You shot 25%, but you did make seven and they made one. Uh, that is kind of crazy. So my daughter's high school basketball team, they have their first game on Monday. If
Is
they
that
make,
is that at home or
it's away. It's away.
oh,
Um, if they make 1 3, we're gonna lose. Like I'm telling you that right now, right? Like right now, I'll tell you right. If we make 1 3, we are going home with an L. Like no doubt about it. But here's the other thing I'll tell you: we're not gonna make just 1 3. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Like one, I'll give you that. I don't know. Even Michigan State, who doesn't shoot the three well, I don't know how many games they're gonna make one. Like that's dude. If we go up to play pickup ball tomorrow night, and whatever team we end up on, if we make 1 3, we're losing.
more than likely. Yeah, so we should. I mean, I doubt anyone's going to watch this very much because the losses don't get that much viewership. But I will
Hey,
say, like,
Jake thinks the season's over. I think we're gonna win a lot of games. We'll see what happens.
I don't think the season's over. I think that you're not as good as you thought you were.
I still think we're going to the Elite Eight.
Um, and I'm scared to death of an injury because I just don't think this team can has enough personnel to.
See, that's the thing is people like are talking about like how deep we are. They're like, dude, they have 8 starters. But I
No,
get what you're saying.
it's that there's 8 guys that are equally good and interchangeable, but I mean, that's not very deep. Eight guys.
Who's I know you don't like to do this in losses, but like who's your player of the game?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I thought they all played gross.
I think I give it to DJ because he finally, he only had he had 13 points. He was third in scoring, but I thought when they did you notice like when things were getting a little like dicey that they put him on the ball? Like they put the ball in his hands that he was playing
Hmm.
point guard. Um
I wish he would have been playing point guard more in the last minute. Those 2 freshmen both turned the ball over in weird ways.
I what's crazy is that I wondered if Cal was going to do this. This is what I was hoping he was going to do. I would have drawn something. I would have got DJ 03. He was 2 of 4. He had hit two of them. So he's 50%. And you know that they're going to try to cover up Malik, and they're paying attention to A cuff. Like
You mean you didn't like Brazil shooting a 40-footer
I don't look.
flat-footed as he sort of fades away? So I'm really far away, and I'm gonna
I don't
fade
blame.
even further
I don't
away, and
blame.
I don't jump when I shoot.
I don't blame Brazil for that. That was not the play, and he
You
didn't have any
could,
choice.
but when you're shooting that deep a three, you could jump.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is
You
that.
could shoot.
But
You could shoot a jump shot.
he didn't want to shoot that shot any more than I wanted him to shoot that shot, but he just didn't have a choice. But Yeah, I actually would have liked to have DJ shoot the ball there. I mean, he's your junior. Let draw and you can probably get him. Draw something up, use Malik as a decoy, and try to get DJ a look. I would have been all right with that.
Yeah, like I said, to summarize, like I said, I'm not. It's not that I think that this team isn't good. It's that because like I said, there's a way to lose a game. I would have been fine. I would have been much better if we would have lost by 20. If what was happening is the ball was moving and we were getting some good shots and they just weren't going down. Sometimes the ball doesn't go down. You know what I mean? And on the other side, you got your hand in their face and the guys are just making tough shots. That white boy's doing his Hakeem Olajuwon
Dude,
up and
Michigan
under.
Michigan State beat us in the exact way that you like to play basketball.
No, but what I'm saying is I'm talking about our team. The way we lost this game is not paying attention on defense and getting and them scoring in the paint. I mean, point blank, almost
Yeah,
impossible to
yeah.
miss shots. And on offense, it's not that we were missing a lot. I mean, we were missing some, but like we weren't getting any shots. We were having to throw up.
I don't know if you noticed, we were 50% again in the first half. Like part of it we just started not making shots in the second half too. I mean,
Why
there
are
was
they not running like DJ and Acuff like way high, like starting the ball, like backing out, getting a high ball screen from Brazil or Pringle, you know what I mean, and letting them have space. It felt like we were starting our dribble drive because those
yeah,
guys get what downhill means.
yeah,
You can't start downhill at the bottom of the hill. Like
yeah,
they needed to start those high ball screens at half court. And I
yeah,
mean, like, even if it's like we get the ball over half court, now I'm literally backing up into the corner, waiting for the high ball screen.
yeah,
So I have all kinds of room. And instead, they were like trying to do those screens with their toes on the 3-point line. And it was making the defense so much easier to
yeah,
clog up all the driving lanes. And this is another thing. Like I said, the thing that frustrated me was it looked like bad coaching because it looked like these guys didn't understand spacing. There were so many times where they did a dribble handoff and when you get the dribble handoff, you kind of like if you're seeing like you can go straight hard to the basket, but because a lot of times they were dribble handoff and then the guy would curl to like the elbow or the corner, kind of try wherever the next defender wasn't, and then our guy would catch the ball and dribble towards that guy.
yeah, yeah,
It's like, well, if he hands you the ball and then goes this way, there's 3 defenders over there. And I mean, that was one part of like they did that multiple times where I'm like, why are they driving to the defensive heavy side of the court?
yeah, yeah,
Like you got to use your left hand if that's what's available. You got to drive away from where your guy that just handed you the ball, because the guy that you just handed the ball, not only is his defender there, but his defender is trying to keep you from passing him the ball at the 3-point line. So he's like really there. Like you're
yeah.
driving right into his hands. There were so many times where Knox, Brazil, and I mean, even the point guards dribbled where I'm like, it's going to be a miracle if you get through there. Like, I mean, and sometimes they did, but sometimes it was because the guy almost would get it, that it wouldn't be a clean drive. They would get through and then they'd have to be like gathering the ball. And now they're just stuck in no man's land and have to kick it back out. Now there's 9 seconds. And now it's like, well, we ain't running anything. Now it's just, I'm going to run in there and try to do something. So I didn't like the offensive sets. I feel like I would wish that had been a lot smoother. I mean, because like I said, I can take losing a game. I don't like not getting good shots, not getting
Yeah.
some good shots, especially when the other team is all they're doing is scoring like high percentage, great shots all inside the paint. And I know we had our fair share in the paint, but most of our paint points, not most, a good percentage of our paint points came from us out athleting them with all those steals. All those steals were perimeter steals where
Yeah.
it's like you could see how fast our guards are. I mean,
Or 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 defensive rebound that gets like smacked around and someone ends up with it and throws it ahead. Yeah.
yeah. So we did out. I mean, we had better athletes on the floor. Not that they were bad. I'm not saying they were bad, but you could see the reason we were scoring points in the paint is because we were getting all those steals and we would have runouts. And it's like the way they were getting them was by very smart, intelligent practiced offense. Our offense looked like garbage. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we were not getting good shots. And that scared me because I don't think, while I'm not trying to downplay Michigan State, I just don't think it's going to be a lot easier in the SEC on the road. I think it's going to be very similar. I think it's going to be that hard and harder most of the time, with the exception of a couple of teams. Dude, I mean, the SEC is going to get 10 teams into the league, like, or into the tournament. You know what I mean? There's going to be like
Yeah,
two teams in the SEC that are gimmies this whole year.
yeah, but I am telling you, like, if Michigan State was in the SEC, they'd be ranked as a top 6 team. Well, and that's not like an opinion. That's like me knowing that there's 6 teams ranked in the top 25 in the SEC,
Mm-hmm.
and Michigan State is ranked in the top 25. So I'd be like, well,
Yeah,
they
but I
think
mean, maybe I
they
just don't think those rankings mean anything
no,
yet.
I'm not saying that they do, but like I'm saying, as to whatever degree they mean anything, people think that Michigan State is better than 12 teams in the SEC.
Yeah, I don't agree. I think the SEC is going to have. I think Michigan State would be in the middle,
Yeah.
personally,
I mean, they did go to the Elite Eight last year.
and I think we're in the middle.
Have you watched some of these SEC teams? I mean, Auburn almost lost to who was that? They went to overtime with I don't even know who in that exhibition game. I don't know, some team I never heard of. Like, I don't know. Don't confuse last year's SEC with this year's SEC either. Like,
That might be true.
It's not as good.
Well, I hope not. I mean, in a way.
Well, you don't have to hope. I'm telling you right now, it's not.
Well,
You know why I know it? You know, I know it's not because it's the best conference that ever existed last year.
Yeah.
And all those COVID players went away. And like everyone knows it's not. Now, it's still probably people still think it's the best conference. It is not what it was last year. But, you know, still. I will still say I think we're better than we were last year.
Yeah, I no, I still think so. Like I said, I mean, the freshmen made a bunch of mistakes, but the fact that they are our lead scorers still is kind of good news, but also kind of bad news.
I think this Michigan State team would have messed us up early last year. Don't you think?
The thing is, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how good Michigan State is. The feeling I got watching that game and watching those players and their body language, like, I think they knew we were better, and they could tell we were better, and their body language and the way that they carried themselves and the way the guys on the bench all have their arms locked together in the final 2 minutes of the game, like, we might win this game, is they knew, like what we know sometimes when we go up there and you look around, you go, well, I ain't saying we can't win with this team, but holy cow, we're going to have to play our ever living balls off because the team we're going up against is just like difficult for us to guard at every position. Like every position, it's like that guy has a little bit of an advantage. You know what I mean? And to me, that's what it felt like. It felt like all of their guys were like, they just had to outplay us. They played a little bit harder, a little bit more physical, and way smarter. And at the end of that game, they were like, we're going to beat these guys, even though they're better than us. And that's how it felt to me. And I agree. I just don't know that Michigan State is amazing.
You think they're going to the tournament?
Oh yeah. No, they're that good for sure. That, with the exception of that one guy though, that guy that has like his shirt bunched up like this, that's driving me crazy. Like, with the exception of that,
I know. I was like, dude, how is that not bothering you?
And also, like, why do you have a logo on your undershirt? Are you just
how
find a shirt?
How baggy are your sleeves? Like, that shirt doesn't even look like it fits you.
But there was part of me that I kind of like it. Where I'm
that's a big dude. Is that like a 3X shirt? What is that?
But part of me kind of likes it because he's that guy where it's like, nothing's worse than the guy that comes in with the armbands and the freaking sweatband. Like, he's like, just, he looked at himself in the mirror. That guy's just like, hey, I'm here to play basketball. I actually forgot my undershirt. So I'm wearing the coach's t-shirt that he had in his gym bag.
I grabbed a shirt
that has some kind of big pasty logo on it.
He grabbed a shirt that they handed out to all the fans for the whiteout and stuck that on underneath.
That's what it looked like, honestly. And so like that part I kind of like, but that guy's obviously, and they say, like, they compare him, his athleticism, although he's a little bit smaller, to oh, I wanted to say Qualls, not
Oh,
Qualls,
Thero
Theoro. Or Qualls
or
works
Quals.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Qualls works too. But that guy, he's a hell of an athlete. And I mean, and you could tell it took him by surprise, especially that first dunk he had. Like, it was like, oh, I thought I stopped him from getting to the rim, but somehow he's still at the rim. But the rest of those guys were not that great of athletes.
No.
I know, like I said, they're really good basketball players. That point guard is smart and
I would say,
dropping dimes.
I
And
would say
those
that.
big guys have good footwork, but they just aren't that. They weren't that fast.
Could you tell that their point guard had played in a lot more college basketball games than Acuff?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. This is his third year.
I
He's a
mean,
junior.
Acuff has way more points than he did. I think. I mean, I don't know what. Do you have it up there? I think that guy only
Yeah,
had like 5 points.
yeah, yeah. No, but like that's not. That's not.
Two of them came on that fouled 3-pointer.
Did. No, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, dude, that guy's a guy that's played for is over 3 years, and you're like, yeah, like he knows he's that offense that was working against us. That dude's ran it for 3 years. Like it's what it is, and I think we'll be better. Like I said, I agree. I don't disagree with any of like your critiques at all. Um, I just think I'm kind of grateful that they're all fixable. Like, I think we can
Yeah,
shoot the ball better than we could last year, and I think that
I think it's partially that like I hate that game. Like I like there's like I said, I've watched games that we lost and you just go, ah, especially close games. You're like, man, that was a well fought game. That could have gone either way. I mean, really, we didn't play. We played all right, and just they had the ball last or whatever. You know what I mean? That's not this game. I was mad all game long. I was mad the whole game. Like I was, and I don't like that. Like
I couldn't tell.
I'm watching the game, and I'm just like, I mean, my wife, she's got to. I'm just going so many times that I'm just like, what the fuck is that shot? Well, hey, pay attention. What box out somebody? Like I'm just yelling at the TV and it's making me mad. I'm like, not like because I don't do that when they miss shots. If they take good shots and miss shots, I'm like, oh man, I would have liked that. Should have that one.
I can't wait to sit next to you during one of your daughter's basketball games this year.
Well, I mean, I don't think I hold them to the same standard, but although her I will. It does make me. That is what makes me mad. I don't care how many shots she misses, but it makes me furious when
she doesn't box out.
When she doesn't box out, or she's like could go down and help and get a steal because the ball's right there, and she kind of goes, no, I better not. I'm like, grab it. Go over there and grab it for the love of mercy.
That's funny. Well, my computer just told me it's going to die, so this is a great place to end.
Yeah, we're rambling anyway. No one's going to watch this 45-minute video on a loss.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right, man. We'll do it again.
I would like to. Comment. I want to see if I know that no one's going to agree with how negative I am. I'm a negative Nelly, but were you guys more frustrated, or did you guys all think Michigan State's awesome and it's just the home court?
I don't think they're like a top. I don't think they're a Final Four team or anything like that. But I think they're probably appropriately ranked. They're probably 22. Like that's probably right. And you were at their place and you didn't play very well. You lost by 3.
Mm-hmm. But we didn't play very well because it's stupid.
I know.
You just got to pay attention.
You're
fixable. Good enough. Just pay attention.
Fixable is what I'm saying. All right, bro.
Cal, coach those guys on how to play offense and make some in-game adjustments. One thing I miss about Musselman is halftime.
Oh, dude, I don't miss Musselman's offense.
No, I don't miss that. I do miss his defensive adjustments at halftime.
Yeah. All right, bro. I'll talk to you later on.
All right, dude. See ya.